This art style, what anime does it remind you of? And I'm going to give you guys a few moments to really think about it and then put your answers in the comments below, because once you realize what this looks like and then I tell you the staff that's working on this, everything's going to make sense, and then you're going to realize you're looking at potentially one of the best anime that's going to air next year. And in fact, we're not going to have to wait that long to really determine if that's true or not, because this anime is legitimately coming out in just like a week and a half, 2 weeks from now. It's going to be airing at the beginning of January for Winter of Anime 2026. Now that I've given you guys some time to put your answers in the comments below, I will reveal what this looks like. It looks exactly like Mushoku Tensei, and I'm going to just showcase this. For one, look at the eye design, look at the characters' eye designs, the line work, the way the facial expressions are drawn. Hell, one dead giveaway here is the background designs. Like, look at the way the backgrounds are done. It straight up looks exactly like what you would see from Mushoku Tensei, mainly Season 1. The entire art style is reminiscent of it, to the way you just see the backdrops and everything. I mean, this really gives it away right here, the way this is drawn, like, straight up. It looks like they took inspiration from Rudy's design, like, Rudy from Mushoku Tensei, and you can see that some of the features here look very similar. Obviously, different characters, different personalities, but you can see similarities to the character designs. So you're like, okay, Chibi, it looks like Mushoku Tensei, but what's the deal here? Why is this going to be good just because of the art style? Well, let me explain. So first off, this series is called Sentenced to be a Hero, and I will talk about the synopsis and everything in a moment. But first, I want you to draw your eyes to the staff listing for this anime, mainly the director that's working on it, Takashima. Takashima is a very good director and someone that has worked on countless high-quality projects over the years. I mean, I'm just going to showcase a few here. He's worked on Chainsaw Man, he's worked on Kaguya, he's worked on My Dress-Up Darling, he's worked on Mushoku Tensei Season 1 Part 2, he's worked on Mushoku Tensei, like the original Mushoku Tensei, like the beginning part of it. You can see the storyboarding in the episodes he's worked on. He's worked on Kekkai Sensen down here, you'll actually see it. He's worked on One Punch Man Season 1. One Punch Man Season 1. He's worked on Little Witch Academia. He's worked on ReZero Season 1. He's worked on Steins Gate, Idol Masters. He's worked on more Steins Gate, Jormungandr. This man is a beast. He has made and worked on some high-quality projects over the years. He is someone that knows his craft. He knows what he's doing. This is a director and a person you would want to lead the helm for your anime project. He knows what he's doing, especially with action and fantasy. I mean, hell, he even has experience in slice of life and romance, because you can see he's worked on My Dress-Up Darling, and also he's worked on Kaguya-sama. So he is very versatile. He's worked on a lot of different elements and themes over the years. He is a great animator and a great director, as we can see from his episode directions he's done over the years. And so this project that he's working on, he is going to be directing this series called Sentenced to be a Hero. And it doesn't just stop there. Most of the staff that's apparently working on this anime is actually staff members that worked on Season 1 of Mushoku Tensei, aka the staff from Studio Bind that made Mushoku Tensei. A lot of their core staff, from my understanding, is working on this show. And so when you realize that, you instantly come to understand why the art style is so reminiscent of Mushoku Tensei, why it looks identical. And I don't think that is a bad thing, because the art style of Mushoku Tensei's anime is phenomenal. It is honestly... The story of Mushoku Tensei is incredible. I love the novels to death. They are amazing. Probably the best light novels I have ever read. But the anime's art animation really uplifted to a higher level that the light novel cannot even touch. And I know people will be upset when me saying that, but that's the truth. But anime should do that. It should be able to uplift the original material and make it better. That's always what it should try to strive to achieve. And I feel like Mushoku Tensei, especially Season 1, was able to accomplish that. And I think the art style was something that really brought the series to life. And so when you have a team and a director that is versatile and has worked on stuff like this and darker themed stories and stuff like Mushoku Tensei, This show has everything in the the crock pot or in the oven that is spelling a recipe for a 5-star meal. Like, this is the exact opposite of what we got from One Punch Man Season 3. Like, when you look at One Punch Man Season 3, it was just destined to fail in every single avenue. It was just a bad, hot pot. It was not good. But every ingredient that's been poured into this show so far is destined to succeed. Now, at this current time, it's not aired. So obviously, this can just shift radically, and it could be the biggest dumpster fire, once again, for 2026. But, judging by what people have said, because there was an early screening of the show back in December 7th of this month, apparently, from people that watched the early screening, it was excellent. Like, people said it was straight up fantastic. But there is more that I can talk about here to give good news to this series. First off, it has been revealed that Sentenced to be a Hero, its entire anime has completed production. And if you're wondering what that means, I'm just going to give a very good explanation. One Punch Man, obviously bad production, and they're trying to squeeze the production out on each episode before the episode airs. For instance, they're working on the episode right before it airs that week, okay? Sentenced to be a Hero has every single episode finished. It is already completed as a project. So now at this point, if they theoretically were working on Sentenced to be a Hero right now, they're maybe doing small corrections just to make it look better. That's it. It's done. It's finished, which is incredible news. That means that this series has managed to accomplish a very high-level feat. For instance, being able to finish their project before it officially airs in a few weeks. That means that this team was able to be cohesive, work together, and finish this project on time before it officially airs. That is just amazing news. So we have an amazing director, a team that's from Mushoku Tensei that worked on Season 1 of Mushoku Tensei. We have a project that is complete and it's done, and if they were to continue working on it at all, it is just to make it potentially look better. Then on top of that, we have trailers that look incredible, straight up looks like Mushoku Tensei, but it can have an all-star team, amazing anime production, a production that's already finished, an amazing all-star director, and all these other things going on that is benefiting the show. But if the story is not good, then it's going to be very hard to keep people's attention on screen to want to engage with the content. And so that is where everything comes together to make a 5-star meal. Let's read the synopsis. Hero is the worst punishment in the world. Those convicted of heinous crimes are sentenced to become heroes and forced to enter the mandatory military service and the war against the demon lords. These convicts are not even allowed to die. If killed, they will be resurrected to fight another day. I feel like this really just paints the entire show in a very brilliant and perfect way, and it makes sense why the team that worked on Mushoku Tensei would want to work on something like this. Because it is flipping the normal cliche of a hero supposed to be righteous, self-serving, to serve the public, to be able to sacrifice themselves for the greater good, defeat evil. But in this case, being a hero is punishment because you are forced to be fodder on the front lines and die for people that think you're heinous and evil, or you are evil, and you are forced to just die over and over again to defeat this evil, these demons. And I think that that plot line has so much potential. It has so much potential to be incredible. It has so much potential to be elevated to a higher tier thanks to the team that is working on it. And with how many people have told me to actually read this light novel series, I'm expecting great things. Like, a lot of people that have told me that, if you like Mushoku Tensei, you will like this. I'm going to assume this is going to be a fantastic read. So I am 100% looking forward to this. I actually think that out of everything that's coming out next season, this has the highest potential to be one of the best shows. It's going to be tough. There's some good stuff coming out next year alone. I mean, we got ReZero Mushoku Tensei, but I feel like this one is going to be one of those series that's going to appear and blow up in niche circles. For instance, it's not going to become the next Soul Leveling or Demon Slayer, but I feel like Sentenced to be a Hero, depending on how it's received and how many people watch it, etc., I think it has the potential to become the next Mushoku Tensei or ReZero in terms of its sphere of influence and community. That's what I think. And if so, I hope so. I know people don't want to admit this or say this, but, like, look, I love Mushoku Tensei. I love Re:Zero. Big fan of both. I love Overlord, Tanya. You get the point. There is a series I hold very special to my heart, and it's very hard to beat those stories in my heart. Like, it's just to surpass them in quality. And here's the thing, as much as I don't want to see those series surpassed, I do want to see them surpassed. And the reason for that is because it means I find another story that blows me away, shatters my expectations, and makes me just drop my jaw to the floor in awe. Like, oh my god, this is why I watch anime. This is why I read light novels or play games, etc. I want that experience. I love that experience. It's one of my favorite things as someone that just engages with anime, manga, and light novels. And if that happens to me with this show, oh boy, we are set, dude. I'm going to be making some, like, 30-minute long videos potentially on the show. Get ready for that. But, I'm going to leave it at that. I just wanted to talk about this because honestly, this series has me hyped. I have been eyeing this up for a while now, and I really hope, with all the expectations and all the rumors and what people have been saying about it, I hope this really is as good as people are saying it is, because looking at everything on the outside right now, it has a recipe for success. Like, when you have all this working for it, it's just like, how could it go wrong? I mean, obviously something could, but production's finished. Amazing staff. It has a great story. It appears to have a great story. Art style looks like Mushoku Tensei. Like, at this point, how could it be bad? So, honestly, the only way I can see this really floundering around and not being good at this point is if the story's not good. That's it. That's all I think at this point. I think it has everything else going for it. If the story can also hard carry it too and work in tangent with everything else, we're set. But I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. It does help me out a lot. May you all be safe and healthy. Chibi out.